Welcome to the 2018 USPS Rate Changes webinar presented by Anchor Software. My name is Cindy Prado and I'll be hosting the webinar today. If you would, please, if you have any questions, please type them in your chat window, and at the end of the webinar, we will host a question and answer session so that you can hear the question as well as hear the answers to the questions. In today's webinar, we're going to be overviewing first class mail, both retail and USPS marketing mail, package services, as well as periodicals. The price changes go into effect Sunday, January 21st, 2018. The first type of mail we're going to be discussing is first class retail mail. First class retail mail is any mail that refers to the standard counter price at the post office or at other physical retail locations, or this might be any of your mail that falls out of the automated rate category or non-automated rate category and gets the single piece price category. In the first class retail rate category, we're going to be discussing retail stamps, 1 ounce, metered mail, single piece postcards, as well as single piece large flats up to 1 ounce. Large rectangular mailings that don't meet the letter size or postcard category are considered large flats up to 1 ounce. If you'll notice on the screen, the price increase has gone slightly up between last year and this year. It's 0.01 for the majority, with the exception of the flats. Those have gone up to 0.02, and the additional ounces, there's no change at all. Also affected by the price increase is first class commercial letter rates. We'll be discussing automated and non-automated rates. The first is automation. Automation is when it can be read through the postal equipment, and it also meets the qualifications that the DMM requires you to have your mail be automated. For example, applying the IMB barcode and going full service, or making sure that your mail has been CAS certified within the last 180 days. The prices that got affected are 5-digit, AADC, as well as mixed AADC. Keep in mind, as we're going over these price increases, this is just an overview. For a complete listing of the new rates, we are going to have that at the end of the webinar, and there'll be a link on where to see all of those prices. So the price increase, if you'll notice, between 5-digit and AADC has only gone up a half a cent, 0.005, while the mixed category went up only 0.001. On the postcard side, however, the rate change was around the same, but the mixed AADC category, there was no change whatsoever. And as I'm going in the other slides, you'll note that for whatever reason, that's where they gave us the price break, because either there's a decrease in price or there's no change at all. Also affected was the first class presorted / non-automated category. The non-automated category means that it did not meet the qualifications to go automated, and I gave you those examples on the previous slide, or it could not be machinable. And if you'll notice on here, machinable versus non-machinable, the rate increase is the same, which is 0.005. The difference between machinable and non-machinable means the postal equipment can still read the piece, but non-machinable cannot be read with the postal equipment, as well as it did not meet the automation qualifications. Now here's where you see a little bit of a decrease that I was discussing prior. On the postcard, it actually went down from last year to this year. It was 0.284 last year, and it actually went down to 0.280 for a savings of 0.004 in 2018. For first class mail, you do have to have a minimum of 500 pieces in order to qualify for either automated or non-automated. And if you want the 5-digit rate or the AADC rate, 150 of those pieces have to either be the 5-digit or the AADC. USPS marketing mail for letters was also affected. And if you'll notice, there's a wide range of what was affected. We're not listing, again, all of them, and you'll be able to find the link. But in each one of the categories, they not only give you some that didn't change at all, which is the 5-digit origin, in other words, entry point, and the saturation origin / entry point, where there was no change, but they give you the savings in the mixed AADC category. If you recall, I was going to note that on the other slides, that happens to be where they're giving us the savings. And the increase from last year to this year ranges anywhere from 0.002 all the way up to 0.004. For the USPS marketing mail machinable category, again, these are pieces that can be read with the machine equipment. The rates also increased / decreased or no change at all. And they went anywhere from 0.001 all the way up to 0.002 of an increase. But here we go again. Mixed AADC, they actually saved you money. It went from 0.301 to down to 0.300 for the savings. Okay, we talked about the automated and the machinable. Now it's the non-automated / non-machinable for the USPS marketing. So the USPS marketing non-automated, again, those are the pieces that didn't meet the qualifications of going automated, as well as were not able to be read with the machine equipment. Again, you'll see that there's a no change for the high density DSEF. Stayed the same from last year to this year. They saved you, same category, mixed AADC, but look at the rate hike on the 5-digit DNDC. It went all the way up of an increase of 0.019. So it would benefit you to have most of your mail automated and get less of a rate increase. Slots were also affected in the USPS marketing mail. First, automation. Automation, as you can see, the rate increase went anywhere from 0.001 all the way up to 0.006. Again, the high density, which is HD DSEF, there was no change. And the high density plus DSEF, they gave you a little bit of a break and they actually decreased the price. So it went from 0.174 down to 0.173. Now, non-automated flats, look at the price increase on the mixed AADC. It went all the way up to 0.634. That's quite a bit of a difference of 0.046. Now, that price increase, it's not the greatest that you see on the sheet, but the amount that you're going to be paying is the highest. So it would benefit you if you had the majority of your mail automated, because these rates are quite high for the same per piece. So the lowest it looks like is the 0.03 on the 5-digit DSEF. Now, I know a lot of these rate increases can be a little bit overwhelming, so we've provided you a sample of what you might be looking at in 2018 versus 2017. So we took a USPS marketing letter mailing that consisted of 21,977 pieces. We pre-sorted it at the old rates, which came out to $5,803.97. And based on the new rates, the new postage came out to $5,940.31. So there's an increase of $136.34 of postage versus last year. So if you want to maybe do something like this for your customers so they know what to be expecting on the new rates, You might get a large mailing and pre-sorted at the old rates versus the new, so that way they'll get some idea of what they might be looking at. The way we prepare our pallets also was affected with the price increase, and that's basically just the preparation of it and the pallet placards that are produced. Basically what they did is they took the carrier route categories and they moved them up a slot. So if you look at 2017, in the B category for 5-digit scheme carrier routes, that actually got moved up to selection A on 2018. And the same stands for the D category in 2017, 5-digit carrier routes. It moved up to category C. This can be found in your DMM under section 705, 10.1.5, and section 705, 10.2.5. Postage statements were also affected with a rate increase. One of the greater things that was changed was the residual rate category. The residual rate category became quite confusing for lots of customers. I know that we received lots of phone calls, so I think that the post office heard our cry, and they have now changed that. In 2017, there were 3 categories. There was a B4, which is residual non-pre-sorted. There was a B5, residual single piece. There was a B6, residual non-pre-sorted. In 2018, that changed. Now there is only one residual rate category. In order to qualify for the residual rate category, they made a stipulation, and it said your mailing has to be up to 1 ounce and we capitalize "and" as well as the post office did, between 1 ounce and 3.5 ounces. What this means is your mailing has to be a multi-weight mailing, meaning it can be 1 ounce and 2 ounces, or 1 ounce and 3 ounces, or a combination of any, but it has to be a multi-weight mailing. If it is a single piece mailing and prior it fallen into the residual rate category, it'll now fall into the either pre-sorted single piece or the non-pre-sorted single piece, which are listed right here. They changed the way the periodical statements also were made. In 2017, they had Part E for tray and sack prices on one postage statement. In 2018, they split those out, made it a little bit easier for you. Now they have a Part E for your sack prices and a Part E for your tray prices. How can you save money by pre-sorting? Well, we've listed out some ways for you to save money. For example, have your data comprised mainly of 5-digit zip codes versus the AADC level. That can save you up to 3 cents per piece by doing that. Also, qualifying your mail at automation AADC prices versus mixed AADC prices. That can save you up to 1.6 cents. Also, applying the IMB barcode for first class, that can save you 0.003, and marketing mail 0.001, and also you must go full service. In order to get ready for the 2018 rates, we're helping you out by giving you a little checklist that you could implement before the rates go into effect. So either before the 19th or on the 19th and the 20th, what you could do is maybe test your updates and make sure that they're working correctly. Post reminders to all your team members and remind them the new postage rates go into effect January 21st, 2018. Update any printed or electronic forms to reflect the 2018 dates that you have in-house. After the rates go into effect on the Monday of the 22nd, what you could do, create an announcement to all your customers, both internal and external. Let them know the new rates just went into effect. Implement quality checks so that you can ensure accuracy and make sure that everything is coming out correctly. If you have a problem, you can always contact Anchor Support and we can help you through it. Have your manager or your supervisor accompany you to the post office when you go drop off your mail to make sure that it's a smooth delivery and in case there's any questions to help you answer them. I want to thank everybody coming to today's webinar. At this time, we're going to go over the questions and the answers. If you haven't already typed them in your chat session, please do them now. While you're doing that, I want to bring your attention to some links that we've provided for you that will be helpful. First of all, the postalrates.anchorcomputersoftware.com is a complete listing of the 2018 rates. Also, there's Postal Explorer, Postal Pro, PCC Insider, and the DMM Advisory. Here's our first question, and it's a good one. Will MailDat 18-1 be required soon? Will it be in the next support release? The answer is no. 18-1 will not be accepted until March the 25th. And prior to that, we'll have a release available that supports this version. Let's see. Do we have another question? Next question. It is a good question. Why did the U.S. Postal System change the pallet prep order? Good question. Here's the answer. The USPS is updating the order of pallet preparation in order to increase the number of pure carrier route pallets as opposed to 5-digit merge pallets presented in the non-FSS zones. This includes both USPS marketing mail and periodicals. This change will increase the amount of mail eligible for carrier route pallet discount, resulting in eligibility for lower prices on their mail. Let's see. Have we heard any? Let's see if we have another question. We'll give it a few minutes. Well, it looks like that's all our questions for today. I want to thank everybody for joining today's webinar on the 2018 price increase. And you can always go to www.anchorcomputersoftware.com or call in to support for any further questions. Thank you.